Jason and Merle have never told anyone of their experience until now. This is their story. Merle said she and her family had been eagerly anticipating their 3-day getaway to Salt Fork State Park. The rental house nestled amidst the serene woods promised a much-needed break from the hustle and bustle of city life. With Merle's husband Jason, her parents, and their beloved dog Trixie in tow, they embarked on their adventure. The first night at the house started peacefully. They were enjoying the cozy ambiance and watching a movie from the collection provided by the property owner. Just after midnight, their dog began barking, followed by the blaring of the car alarm. Merle grabbed Jason's keys as he headed outside to investigate, accompanied by a leashed Trixie. Despite scanning the surroundings, he found nothing amiss and silenced the car alarm before returning indoors. However, Trixie's agitation persisted. She kept barking at the trees behind the house, her growls echoing through the night. Jason strained his eyes but failed to discern anything unusual. Eventually, they retreated back inside, attributing the disturbance to perhaps wildlife passing through. Jason said the following day they made the most of their time, exploring the park's scenic trails and soaking in the natural beauty. But upon their return to the property, they were greeted by the trash can being overturned, its contents scattered across the ground. They cleaned up the mess and settled indoors as dusk approached. Suddenly, 2 loud knocking sounds reverberated from behind the house, reminiscent of a baseball bat striking a ball, but much louder. Peering outside, they found no source for the disturbance, only Trixie's relentless barking filling the night air. They spent the night without further incident. The next day, they all got ready for a day of sightseeing and maybe some shopping. They walked out the door and discovered a massive tree branch behind the car blocking their exit. They were baffled by its presence as the area around the driveway was devoid of trees of size and no record of recent storms. Unable to move the obstacle themselves, they contacted the property owner for assistance delaying their departure. With time to spare, they opted to explore a different trail behind the house. Their leisurely stroll took a harrowing turn when Trixie's barking alerted them to an unexpected presence. In the distance stood a small figure, unmistakably resembling a Bigfoot, its curious gaze fixed upon them. Frozen in shock, they watched as the creature made no aggressive moves, yet their instincts urged them to retreat. Hastening their pace, they soon found themselves pursued, the sound of heavy footsteps matching their pace behind them. As they neared the rental, a chilling howl pierced the air, prompting Trixie to bark frantically. Turning around, they were met with the sight of 2 towering Sasquatches emerging from the trees. Their imposing figures silhouetted against the fading light as one reached for the smaller one. Terrified, they sprinted towards the safety of the rental, the creature's presence looming menacingly behind them. Once they reached the house, they looked back, finding no trace of their pursuers. Gathering their belongings, they hastily packed up the car, eager to leave behind the unsettling encounters they had experienced. Once the tree branch was removed, they bid farewell to Salt Fork State Park, their minds reeling from the inexplicable events that had unfolded. Merle said it's not something they talk about very much since it happened, but it's something they certainly will not forget. If you've had an encounter with Bigfoot, let us know in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe to the Dreamscape Horrors YouTube channel, as there's much more to come. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the video.